So, hey guys, welcome to the reality.
Or welcome back to the reality.
Today we have a very special guest. It's episode 6 already. I know,
Ooh.
kind of
Ooh.
crazy.
Please welcome Beth.
Woo! This is so exciting. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. So, the first question. Why did
Oh,
you
gosh.
and Austin's alliance break up? Like what happened?
Oh, me and Austin. Honestly, day 13, there was like a crazy flip-flop thing going on between either voting out Josh or Rohan. And I was kind of flipping back and forth behind her back. She was the HOH. And when she found that out, I mean, minutes before the eviction, she lost all trust with me. And she had every right to. And from there, it was never the same moving forward, which is so sad because I really think her and I could have went so far together.
Yeah, me too. I was like so disappointed when all this went down. I was like, oh my God, no.
I know. Yeah, so that sucked. But
What
I
can you
mean,
do?
week 2 and I'm already doing sketchy things. Like, I get it. I get it for her.
And then another question, a little juicy. When did your feelings change from Ty to Jed? Was it like the kiss in the hot tub? Like what happened?
Me and Ty, I feel like I liked him right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just turned really friendly really fast. At home, I have a lot of guy friends. My friends are guys. So me and Ty connected and we just kind of became more friends right away. We were just like little cuddle buddies.
Yeah.
I started liking Jed probably like the second or third week into the house. It was just more real. It was more, we connected, not even just in the game, but in real life. It was quick. My feelings with Ty were in and out. And I honestly think that he would say the same thing about me.
And then did you go into the house wanting a showmance, or was it like your game strategy for them to take you far, or how did this happen?
I went into the house not really caring what would happen. I mean,
Okay, nice.
If I really liked somebody, I would roll with it. It wasn't like my intentions going in there to find a man to carry me through. What happened with Jed was really, really organic.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of think, me in the end voting him out was kind of where that whole thing came into place, where I didn't really want a showmance, but I kind of fell for this guy, and it was like this back and forth thing messing with my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really care what happened, and it kind of bit me in the ass.
And then I guess going off of what you said about voting Jed out, because the whole week you were kind of going back and forth, going, I'm gonna vote him out, then let's keep him. So what was your final straw to being like, you know what, I have to get rid of him?
Oh gosh. Minutes before the eviction, again, me and Ty, well, this is what I believed at the time.
Okay.
Me and Ty had kind of like a number system going. So 1, we would vote out Jed. 2, we would vote out Brayden, I think it was.
Okay.
And I had the number 2 on my lap, come on, Ty, let's just vote out Brayden, let's keep Jed. And the whole time Ty was giving me the number 1. I really, in the end, wanted to keep Jed. It was best for my game, and then my heart got involved. But I knew I had to vote him out when Ty gave me that signal, because if I was going to make it to the end and use that move, I had to vote Jed out. I couldn't just give him a pity vote, and that's also not what I was in the house to do. I was there to play a game, and I had to be able to use that to the best of my ability at the end of the game if I need it.
Okay.
If you wouldn't have had a showmance with Jed, who do you think you would have worked with other than him, or would have taken to the final 2 with you?
Who would I have taken to the final 2? It was always Ty.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, it was always Ty I was bringing to the final 2. I still think I would have been close with them, showmance or no showmance, just on a human level, us 3, we really connected. We were really good friends. We still are good friends. Otherwise, I wish I got closer with Tara throughout the whole game. Tara and Tina. Me and Tina had a good connection right from the start. We made a final 2, I think day 1 in the house, which is funky. I really wish I got closer with them. I wish my thing with Ro could have lasted a bit longer. I really love Ro. I think that him and I could have played a really, really sick game too. So probably those ones outside of Jed and Ty.
Okay. And after you guys like formed your alliance of like the sauce, like did it ever cross your mind that you guys would have had to like would you have ever taken the boys out at the end or? Yeah.
I wish that's kind of how it went down. Hindsight 2020. I wish that us 4 with Kiefer would have went to the final 4 together. I say that now as I look back on the game. While you're in there, it's just so crazy and everyone's trying to make the biggest moves possible. To win the money in the end. So in my head, everyone is telling me your big move is to take out Jed, your big move is to take out Ty. So I felt like that's what I had to do. I wish it would have been us 3 in the end and we would have just fought it out.
Yeah.
And then, because you kept saying, like, I guess on TV that you wanted to have your final 2 with Tara, but then obviously now we know that it would have been Ty. So, like, was it your strategy to keep telling Tara, like, hey, yeah, like, let's work together? And then, okay, got it.
Yeah, it was all strategy.
Nice.
But I mean, if I had not have won anything else moving forward, Tara would have whooped my ass in the final 2. There was no way I could have brought her. Everything was just down to who you could beat at that point because everyone was playing such a good game this season. I said it was Ty from the start. I think it still would have been if we would have made it to the final 2 together.
And you think you could have beat Ty?
I think it would have been a pretty close call. Being in the jury, I know that those final 2 speeches were huge for the jury. Yeah. They were, people were deciding, walking up and putting their key down who it was going to be. So it's a close call. Ty is a really, really, really good talker. He got me. I wasn't going to vote for him to win and he got me. So I don't know if I could have beat him, but I think he would have been my best bet for sure.
Oh, I was gonna ask. You played a very I don't want to say emotional, but you were kind of crying.
Near the end, girls. Near the end. I held it for a bit there.
Yeah. A little bit, but like, do you think if you would have, if you were not gonna play such like an emotional game, you probably would have gotten further with someone else, or do you think like people like they saw you as like a strong, but like they knew you were kind of,
they were playing with my insecurities big time. Those insecurities being that, do you really want to be taken by these men? Do you really want to look like a Disney princess? And that stuff got to me. That's not the type of woman I am outside of the game. So those emotions definitely came in. I think if I would have ignored all of that, rolled to the end with Jed and Ty, I would have 100% made it to final 3.
Yeah.
That last week that I was in the house when I was really emotional, that house really gets to you. I just lost Jed. I was on slot for the 2nd week in a row. At the time, I was thinking that I need to shut my mouth. I need to stop crying. I think that will get me farther in the game. But now that I've, chatted with the other house guests and stuff, they always had a plan to get me out that week. No doubt about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, I was going right after Jed. My move was I needed Jed in that house. I really did.
Yeah.
And then I forget who won HOH that week, but when you were lying on the couch and you were like, I'm not going to be fake. Was that like your breaking point? You're like, I know these people are going to vote me out. Why even bother campaigning at this point?
Yeah. The house is so crazy. It's such a pressure cooker in there. Yeah, I was super, that was right after Tara came back in and Jed didn't in the battle back. And I was so heartbroken. Game wise and personal, I really wanted to see Jed back in there. And I was pissed. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I love Tara so much. But yeah, at that moment I was like, fuck this. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can swear, but I was just like, Yeah, so fuck it. Like, I am so sick of this house, and it's so phony, and everyone's running around and bowing down to Tara, and it was so fake. I had to call it out.
Yeah, it was. We saw it and we were like, come on. Like,
oh, it's cringe. I know.
The girl's doing
but
her,
that's the game. The game is being fake. So, I mean,
for sure.
It got the best of me, for sure.
And then were you surprised of how close Brayden and Ty actually were? Yeah.
I'm surprised at how close they got. I knew it was very genuine. I knew no matter what, they were actually really good friends. Once Jed left, though, that became super apparent. I mean, I don't think I understood that until Jed went home, and I was like, oh, I'm actually by myself now. What was I thinking? Yeah.
Okay.
That was surprising.
I just want to know, like, the vote. It was gonna be like Jed was going home no matter what, but you put it to 3-1.
No,
Do you
3-0.
regret it? Oh yeah, right. Oh yes.
Yeah, I voted him out.
Yeah.
I voted him out. Like I said, I had to. If I was playing a game, I mean, if I wanted to use that at the end, that was the only way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it honestly would have worked against me, I think, if I gave him that vote.
Right.
And then did you regret sending Kiefer home not sending him home when you had the chance?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because we were watching that and we were like, they have the chance. Like, what are they doing?
I know, and he's the best player in the game. And that's why he stayed, is because he's such a good Big Brother player. He got to the boys' hearts, especially. I mean, I don't know what was shown. I haven't watched the show back yet, but I was really upset when we decided to keep him, and I wasn't a part of that decision. I know that was where our game kind of blew up. We should have voted Kiefer out. Us three should have stuck together to the end. One of the biggest regrets in the game, for sure.
Yeah, because for us, it was kind of after Kiefer said to Jed, oh, I want my son to grow up like you. We kind of took it as oh, maybe that's why they're keeping him. So because it's so weird, we only see a little portion of the whole conversation. So it's so weird. We were talking with Ty, and the stuff that he was telling us, we were like, oh my God, we would have never known any of that.
Yeah, Ty had a good thing going, man. Yeah. No, Kiefer got to the boys' hearts, I think, saying stuff like that. But then Kiefer made a final 3 with me and Jed.
Right. Okay. Know this.
One of my bigger insecurities was that I was going to go to final 4 with me, Jed, Ty, and Kiefer, and it was a boys' game from there out. So in my head, I was just thinking, I didn't come here to just make it to final 4. I'm here to win. But that was just an assumption I made. So when Kiefer actually sat me down and was like, "No, I'm taking you and Jed to final 3," I was like, "Oh, well, this is the move then. Let's keep him."
Okay.
Kiefer went to Ty shortly after that, told Ty the truth that he just did this with us. Me and Jed didn't say anything to Ty, so it made us look super duper sketchy. And that's when we broke all trust with Ty. Okay. Right then and there.
Okay.
So that's what made me keep him, but it wasn't the truth.
I'm sure Kiefer, he got you with his stories, I have a family and all that. Yeah, I know. Yes. The way we
know that stuff gets to us. As much as you're there to play a game, we're all humans in the end. So we connect on such a close level that when people say these things, it really pulls at your heartstrings. Kiefer was playing the game as he should have been.
Yeah. And then when you got eliminated, which was so sad, we were all rooting for you.
Oh, thank you.
When you were sitting there, did you okay, the next person has to be who did you want to see follow you out of the house? Who did you not basically want to see continue?
Oh, when I went to jury?
Yeah.
At that point, I was so mad at Ty, and I was like, "Get in here, it's time." I was so mad at him, but that was just me being bitter. I knew that the best move for all of them was to get Kiefer out. So when I saw him out, I wasn't super shocked.
Okay.
But yeah, my bitter side of me wanted to see Ty. But
I
now
know
I'm so
he
happy
told
he
you
won.
to like have fun in jury. We were like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what happened? That was like crazy. And then when you were kind of like throwing him under the bus to Brayden, we were like, yes, you tell him after he just told you that. Like, go, girl. Like, yes.
I love Brayden on such a close friendship level. That was emotional. Like me telling Brayden that. And I mean, I guess a little bit game, but I was so mad that Brayden, I thought that Brayden was getting used in that moment. I snapped. Before that, I snapped at Ty in the kitchen. I was just so frustrated why he was going against me. And he had just told me the truth about that final 3 with Keeper, and that's when I broke his trust. And it, yeah, I wasn't fake enough in that last week. I was just mad and letting everything out.
I mean, at one point, like we saw it on TV, and it's like she was going crazy.
Yeah,
You
like,
and Ty were fighting. Like the whole, like
so
the whole,
funny
well, no
looking
one
back
left, but like Brayden like heard you guys screaming. He was like,
yeah, he was like looking at the camera like, oh my God. Like,
oh shit, something's going down.
Oh my gosh, I need to watch so bad. Like, see,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was listening to that.
Yeah. Oh no.
oh no.
We saw it.
You're wrong.
Yeah. And then when you went to jury, how was it seeing Jed? Was it like, were you guys like kind of like, was he mad at you? Like,
No, everyone thought that. Jed is such a reasonable guy. I mean, for a second while I was still in the house, when everything's getting to your head, I was thinking, oh, I wonder how upset he is. I mean, you're still in jury, you're still in your head. You're not talking to family. You don't know what's going on in the outside world. So yeah, I was a little nervous. But knowing Jed, I knew he would get over it so fast. He's such a loving person. Going into the jury was just like nothing changed. Yeah, we were so excited to see each other. I mean, me and Jed live across the country from each other. I mean, we knew getting out of the house, things would be completely different than they were in there. It's so nice. Me and Jed had something different than all of the other house guests did. Like we had, like somebody who was close to us on a different level, like not just a friend or not just an alliance. I mean, we were falling in love with each other in there. So, we had something different. I mean, I think it made us stronger. That's why when he left, I kind of crumbled. But I mean, outside of the game, it's completely different. It's real life now.
Yeah.
We live, like I said, across the country from each other. We're really good friends, and we always will be. We talk all the time, and that's probably, yeah. I love it.
Good.
nice.
I want to ask, when Jed left and he went into the room upstairs, and then Tara left, and you guys, Arissa told you guys like they're going head to head.
Oh my gosh.
We saw you guys going crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, like, what did it really feel like?
Honestly, we thought Arissa was calling us downstairs to do the BB Can Awards.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I was chill. Like I was napping when she called us. Like it was so unexpected. Oh my gosh, that was the craziest moment in the entire game. 100%.
And did you want Jed back in, or did you think like Tara was
so bad? Yes. And then he looked so sexy on the screen. I was like, he's got to come back in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanted him back in. But at the same time, I was kind of thinking Tara might be good for my game if she comes back. We could, I don't know. Yeah, I had some crazy thoughts going on in that 15 minutes. It was very quick.
Yeah, because we see it like back to back. Like Tara goes upstairs and like you guys are already being told that the game is about to happen. But I don't know how long it is for you guys.
When they started the competition, I mean, it was, like I said, 15 minutes before we saw who was coming in the backyard. So
Okay.
I know we had to wait
really
like
quick.
a whole weekend, and all the feeds were down, so none of us knew what was going on. So we were all like, "Oh my God!" Like we wanted it to be Jed for like your sake, and I wanted to see like if he was gonna go after Ty.
Yeah.
And then when we found out Tara was in, we were like, "Oh no! Like what's gonna happen? Like you guys just voted to evict her, and now she's coming back."
I know. That's why I think everybody was being so phony and scared of her, you know. But we did what we did. You just gotta own your moves.
Yeah. And did you regret not working with anyone in particular? Like I know you said Rohan, but like, is there anyone else? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I wish me and Tara and Tina worked a lot closer together. I had asked Tara, I think like week 3, if she wanted to do something with me and Jed, and she never gave either of us an answer. Tina, I should have trusted her more with the Sunsetters Alliance. Yeah, there's a lot of things I would have done differently. I think that if me and Braden actually worked together, it's funny how close him and I were, because we were working on opposite sides of the house the entire game. I think him and I could have been absolutely brilliant together.
Yeah, that would have been a power duo right there.
Oh, it would have been crazy without the distractions of Jed and Ty. It would have been crazy.
For sure. Okay, so in the beginning of Big Brother, I know we're like backtracking, but you guys were put into you guys were put into like 2 teams, like Team Destiny and Team Defender. Like, it's not a normal thing at Big Brother to do.
No, like all of us were pissed. We're like, we're not playing Survivor.
Literally.
Yeah. But that's Big Brother. It's like the craziest twist of all time. I didn't like it.
Okay, why?
Well, it didn't last long.
It didn't last long. And that's super funny. I just watched like a couple episodes when I got home, and it seems so quick. But in the house, you guys, the team seemed like it lasted forever. Like, it was like we couldn't wait for it to be done. And that's funny me saying that, because I was on the winning team each time, so it made me safe. But I just thought it kind of messed with the things people truly wanted to do. You were forced to put up only like a small group of people out of the small group of people. Yeah. So I didn't really like that aspect of it, but who knows? Maybe it actually saved my life in the end.
Yeah.
You guys,
who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, it was a sweet team. I was pumped to be part of Destiny.
Yeah.
And then you were, who was Ty? Yeah, Ty was with you.
Yeah.
In Team Destiny.
Yeah. And I think that's where the me and Ty thing started. We were just on the same team, and I was sleeping with Austin initially, and then she won HOH and she was out, and yeah. So I think that's where that all started. It was just the team thing. So thanks, Team Destiny, for that.
Yeah.
Now, what is your life like now out of Big Brother? Like, what are you doing?
It's so crazy. It's such a weird adjustment, you guys. I can't explain to anybody what it's like being in this pressure cooker for so long with the same people, with no noise, no music, no trees, no grass. Like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes we didn't go outside for like a week. There's no windows, nothing. Cool. So, I mean, coming out was a huge shock for sure. The amount of time I've been spending with my friends and my family is crazy. This is like the first time I've been inside in a really long time. I've just been like camping and doing Alberta things. I know it's a really big adjustment. So I've just been focusing my time on the people who actually are like my people. I don't have the energy in me to be fake right now. I just did it for too long.
Keep it for Big Brother.
Yes. So I'm not back to work or anything. I'm just chilling, and I think that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's cool talking to like past house guests and stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Like social media. That was the biggest shock to me, is coming into the house and my sister's like, I've been talking to Adam Pike, and I'm like, give me his number.
It's so funny.
It's crazy, but it's so exciting.
What was your favorite comp?
My favorite comp was the mole one. I can't remember what it's called, but we're all in our knees.
Yeah,
like,
that was so hard.
It was so crazy. It was, I don't know why, I just like had a blast doing that one.
And your favorite comp would be what?
Oh, do you remember that one? Jed is like sitting on the side reading a book.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And we had to like pick answers for the story. That one, yeah, I should have just like spun the wheel and just went with it. I didn't know a single answer. That one sucked.
You were really smart, speaking of competitions, to bet all your chips at the end to go for the HOH. That one,
HOH,
like,
I should have won, Brayden.
That was like, you were like, okay, put it on, and then you got it right. We all saw your face. You were like, oh, like, how did this just happen?
Hi, is this a joke?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah, that was crazy. Oh, it would have been such a different game if I would have won.
Who would you have put up?
Who was left? Me, Kiefer, Tara, Ty, and Brayden. Oh, it's so weird looking back now because my answers would be different now. But in that very moment, it was going to be Tara and Kiefer.
Oh, okay.
Tara and Kiefer.
Yeah.
Okay. And what if they would have won POV? Who was your
Replacement nom?
Yeah.
It would have been Brayden just because Ty was in my head, my ride or die. But I would have tried really, really hard to make sure that Brayden didn't go home, which is so funny looking back now.
Wow. So like when you were putting your chips to basically say who wins the game, were you going in there going, okay, I'm voting for Brayden because of your relationship with Ty, and then when he said his final speech, did that make you change your decision?
I had no decision made. It was actually crazy. During the deliberation part with Anthony, my mind actually kind of changed just in that. It's very, very real, that deliberation. And I really did start to consider Ty. I mean, he's been playing a really different game than the rest of us, but it was actually brilliant. I mean, when we reviewed everything that he was doing, and I mean, I may have called him a floater, but he wasn't. He actually was playing really, really smart. And I watched it the whole way through. Him and I had an alliance right from the start, and I saw all of it. So I did not have a decision. I really liked how Brayden picked up his game at the end. I also heard so much in jury about the moves he was doing throughout the game that I was just unaware of. How much he had been using me, which I actually really respect. It's Big Brother. Yeah. I mean, if somebody's tricking me, that's fucking awesome. So I went there having no idea. It honestly came down to the final speech. It really did, for me especially.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you guys all okay, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, that's so weird how we don't see it like that. Like,
no,
it's crazy.
Like, they portray it different to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't know what.
You should go watch.
Yeah, you should at least watch the last one, because even like everyone else's like decision, we all thought, like, this is sad to say, but we all thought Ty was gonna lose based on everyone's reaction and what you guys kind of were saying when you were talking. We were like, oh my gosh.
Was it a shock when Ty won?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Like, after, who was it? Was it Ro that voted? And we were like, oh.
Ro.
Yeah.
When he voted Ty, we're like, okay, he's winning.
Yeah.
You know what? And if you ever talk to Ro, I'm pretty sure he was one of the ones as well who made his decision just walking up there. Him, me, Spicy V. It was crazy. We were all looking at each other kind of in panic on commercial break.
Because you guys didn't know what to do?
Yeah, but really, really solid speech. I mean, it was obviously cut off really, really fast, but and kind of in the end, when the bitterness comes down, he was my boy from the start. Him and Jed were. I really did want someone from the sauce to win, and that was our plan the entire game. So it kind of came down to that too for me.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there any other TV shows that you would participate in?
Bring me back on Big Brother.
Yeah, like for All Stars.
As much as I'm talking about this life outside of the game, I want to be back in that house more than anything. I loved that place.
Oh wow.
If anyone reached out to me about a show, I would probably be down. That was the best thing I've ever done in my life. Like I said, if there's an All Stars, bring me back, baby. I loved that place.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. It was a good cast this year.
Yeah, it really was. It was the best cast. It's that those people become your family. It's I can't explain how close you get in there. I mean, you have nothing to do but talk to each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to be on Big Brother so bad. Like, it's my dream. This is actually my first season watching Big Brother Canada, because I've always watched the US.
Yeah.
And she convinced me to watch it, and I was like, it's like the best thing like I've ever watched. Like, I have to admit, it's the best season I've ever seen, even US.
For that, yeah.
Because you guys actually really played the game. Like, it wasn't like it wasn't just like you guys talking about, I guess, everyday kind of life. You were really like, okay, day 14, this is what happened. Like, you guys were really strategic about your moves too, which I kind of was like, oh my God, like, this is what I want to watch. You know what I mean?
That's awesome that it was shown that way, because that's 100% what it was like. every person they cast this year was there to play Big Brother. That's what made it so awesome. Like, we wanted that money so bad. There was like a scene, I don't know if it showed it, but me, Brayden, and Ty are in the pantry. I think it's Brayden, or me, Keeper, and Ty are in the pantry. And I don't know why, we're just like laughing so hard about how bad all of us wanted to win. It was just, we were all in there.
I don't think they showed it.
No, they didn't.
Oh my gosh, we're laughing like crazy. Like, we wanted the money so bad. I think it's like when me and Ty realized we weren't really working together anymore and the trust was broken. I knew I was going home and my mind was already gone. It was just, the whole cast was there to play, and it was so, so cool.
And like, to you, like, what was slop like? Because I want to know everyone's opinion.
Gosh, it is the worst. Anyone who says it's probably not that bad, no. Think again. It's honestly, it smells like Home Depot. It tastes like, I don't know, like it doesn't go down. Like, if you don't mix it with a bunch of shit or put it in a smoothie or something, like it honestly, you can't swallow it.
Is it like heavy?
It is so heavy, and there's this ingredient that you add to it specifically to make it gel.
That's gross.
It is the craziest thing I've ever tried. So when I was put on that for the 2 weeks in a row, I honestly think that contributed to me losing my mind.
Okay, because I always thought it was just like oatmeal, like just like, I don't know, really bad. Oh no, but
no. It's not oatmeal.
I wish it was for your sake.
I really wish it was. I mean, it's doable, but it's just like after doing it for, 10 days.
Yeah, it's long.
Oh my God, it's long.
You want to cry. Yeah. And then everyone around you is just cutting up all this good stuff, making the best dinners. Keeper's whipping up something crazy. You're just like, I can't do this.
Oh my God. I think I'll never be able.
Yeah, me neither.
And I was the only one at one point on slop.
It was only you.
Yeah, because Keeper had just won Skip.
Oh, yes.
And then it was just me.
Wow.
I'm just crying at the table.
Wow. Well, did you?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you loved your experience being on the show.
Gosh, looking back, I would change so many things.
Okay, so what would you change?
Things. I really, really wish I just stuck with Jed and Ty throughout the whole game. I wish my insecurities didn't get the best of me in there. But like I said, you're just not even yourself. I mean, people are telling you stuff left, right, and center. Like I said, if me and Brayden would have played the whole game together, I think we would have been brilliant together. I would go back and probably change a million things, but I can't. So
you never know.
You never know. I could be able to do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any other questions, Ju?
No, I think I'm good. Do you have anything else?
Not that I know of. I don't think so. Watch, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna be like, I want to ask this.
Yeah. Oh, it's the worst feeling too.
Do you have anything to tell us about like your experience in the house?
A big thing. And I like really want to make it clear for this season is that nothing was rigged. I mean, it probably looks like that, like right down to like veto picks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like being in there, because that was kind of something I was interested in seeing too. I mean, how real the show is, and it's like, it's just everything down to veto picks, comps, like everything is so real in real time. I mean, that's why the whole time in the house too, we were like, I bet you our season is the best, craziest season yet, because it was just we couldn't even believe what was going on.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a good season, I have to say.
It was the best. Yeah, no, I loved it in there.
I have a question now that I'm thinking of it. The music that you get, is it like on a little iPod and you just like, do you get to pick what songs you want to listen to? Like, how does that work?
No, we each like had our own music going into the house.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a perk of winning HOH is like you get your own little iPod and the songs that you chose. I think it's like 100 songs or something like that.
Nice. Okay.
That's fun.
So it's also kind of fun when someone won HOH, because then you listen to their music and it's like you get to know a little bit more about them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you don't hear anything in the house.
We loved your dancing in the bathroom.
Oh gosh.
It was
Stress relief.
amazing.
It's like, honestly, I didn't realize that people were watching until I got out. My sister's like, I saw this and this and this and this. My mom saw it all too. I'm like, oh no. Oh yeah, like the dance parties in the bathroom, especially the week that Jed was gone.
Yeah.
Just straight stress relief. I just needed to let it out.
And then, okay, so then what type of music do you listen to?
Okay, my iPod was full of just like up here. Everything was happy. I thought like going like before I entered the house that maybe like sometimes I would be homesick or kind of in a darker place. I really wasn't until the last week. So every song I put on my iPod was just like pump me up songs. I'm kind of an older soul. Everything on there was like old country or old classic rock, lots of Elton John, lots of Dolly Parton.
Nice.
So when the other house guests were listening to my iPod, they were like, what? That's the best.
Did it actually feel long for you guys in the house? Like,
oh my gosh, even now I feel like I was in there for a year.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Holy, the weeks are long, you guys. Especially in Final Five. We have talked about everything under the sun with each other. There's nothing really even to talk to anymore. There's days where there's no competitions or the backyard isn't open and you were legitimately staring at the wall for hours. You don't know what time it is. You don't know when you're going to bed. You don't know, especially when you can't see the sun, you can't even make a guess. So that is something I will never be able to explain to anybody. It's just like the waiting and the time and the nothing to do. I don't know if you guys watched the live, but we played the craziest games just to make time go by.
Yeah, it was crazy. I would have lost my mind in the house, to be honest. Like
you can totally do it though. Once you're in there and it's kind of like a job. It's like, okay, I'm here to do this. You just kind of accept what's going on. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you guys time to adjust in the first week for sure, right? Like,
yeah.
But you guys know what time you're getting in on the first night, right? Or not even.
You have no idea.
You don't know.
You don't even know if there's other people inside the house yet.
Oh my God.
I mean, especially for me, I think I'm the first one walking in and Tina and Kiefer are watching me.
Yeah. And you walked in with
no
Ty.
idea.
And you walked in with Ty, I think.
Yeah, me, Ty, Kyle, and Julie.
Yeah.
We made a little fake Final Four right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't know the time at all. That's probably the craziest part of everything.
Wow.
Makes you like, you don't know what time of day, if you don't know if it's morning.
I know. That's another weird part of being out in the real world is the time. Yeah. No one's waking you up and you're waking up by yourself and not with some random beside you. And
True.
Well, we just wanted to say thank you so much for being on here. We really appreciate you responding and giving us your insight on being on Big Brother. And thank you.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
We
guys
really
much.
appreciate it, honestly.
Yeah. No, anything to help you guys out.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.